Welcome back to More Than Pichu Gaming. I'm your host, Mune. Today I want to talk a little bit about Square Enix and their upcoming E3 that's been going on. A lot of talk has actually been happening. They've been doing a lot of spoilers, like pre-E3 stuff, and a lot of fans are actually really concerned because if all they're showing is the stuff for pre-E3, will there actually be anything new at E3? But their upcoming titles are all fairly interesting. First one I want to talk about is Am Setsuna. This is actually a game by a subdivision of Square Enix, which is called the Tokyo RPG Factory, and apparently they have a lot of developers from their Chrono Trigger staff. So that's really great, and it's exciting. It's coming out next month for the PlayStation 4. I'm really excited about it, and hopefully I'll get my hands onto it with a lot of anticipation for their other games. Another game that has been coming up in recent time is The World Ends With You. It originally was a DS game, and I had never played it, but apparently it has a lot of connection to Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, which came out for the 3DS a few years ago. And there's been talk about there actually being a sequel to The World Ends With You, and hopefully we'll see it at this year's E3. They haven't really spoken much about it, but some people are excited. Another mentioned was Kingdom Hearts 2.8. It was announced a while back. I think it was last E3 or Tokyo Game Show, and people were really excited about it because they get to see Aqua again in action, but also because they're bringing Dream Drop Distance to the PlayStation 4, as well as an additional story about Aqua and that has never been seen before. Talking about Kingdom Hearts, we also have Kingdom Hearts 3. There has been some speculation that this game will release sometime next year or even the year after, unlike Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which actually releases here in December. It's going to be a very busy year for a lot of us gamers that are hoping for Square Enix releases, all just kind of all in a row really quickly with little time in between. So hopefully we get some news about it, but apparently not until winter according to the advertisement. Then there's also Final Fantasy VII, which has been speculated. They will talk a little bit about it here at E3 this year, but more than likely it's going to be released sometime next year, making it release on its 20th anniversary of the original Final Fantasy VII. Though some people have been complaining that they want the old battle system and nothing to change otherwise other than the graphics, the directors have clearly stated that they want something a little bit more action-orientated. Final Fantasy XII got a new announcement, which was really exciting, but some people also have complained about it because the job system that was implemented with the licensing board restricts what they can do. Because you select a job and you're stuck with it, you can't switch or anything else like that. And there are like 12 jobs, and there are only 6 playable characters. So you have to pick and choose. Do I want the Time Mage, or do I want to go for the Black Mage or the White Mage? Always going to be a complaint. Final Fantasy XIV, apparently we're getting a new expansion hopefully soon. Everybody's kind of excited that there will probably be an announcement at E3 for a new expansion, even though last year was Heaven's Ward. Ever since, Realm Reborn was released, people have been kind of excited about it. I myself have not played it since its open beta phase, but I also participated in the closed beta. So, another big one this year was Final Fantasy 15. It apparently is getting a release later this year, only a few months away. Everybody's kind of excited about that. It has been in production for 10 years. It's been off and on with Square Enix, and whether it's actually going to be good or not, it's questionable. From what I can see, the controls seem a bit clunkier than Kingdom Hearts 1 for the PlayStation 2, but only time will tell to see if they actually fixed it. Moving on to the future, though, there has been some speculation if Final Fantasy XVI will be announced anytime soon. Even if they simply say, we're working on it, would be great enough. But because of the way that Square Enix runs, it's speculated that they might talk about it. They might hint at it. Since Final Fantasy 15 is going to be released later this year, as well as several other major titles, they might just forego with this for Final Fantasy 7. And that's why I really have to say about Square Enix pre-E3 to 2016. I really hope that we get something neat and exciting that's announced. Who knows what might happen? Who knows what they will say about their future titles? There's been talk about other portings like Final Fantasy IX to the PlayStation 4, or maybe even a readjusted 8, or even finally graphic upheaved 6. But only time will tell.